The CDF Guidelines 2021. The Constituency Development Fund (CDF) was first established in 1995 to support small community projects in all of Zambia's constituencies across the country. From 1995 to 2016, the fund was provided for under Section 45 of the Local Government Act Cap 281 of the Laws of Zambia. In 2016, the Constitution established the Constituency Development Fund. Subsequently, the Local Government Act was repealed and the Constituency Development Fund Act was enacted in 2018 to provide for the management, disbursement, and utilization and accountability of the fund. The government developed the first guidelines in 2006, commonly known as the CDF Guidelines, to guide on the management and utilization of the fund. The CDF Guidelines are supposed to guide the management, disbursement, utilization, and accountability of CDF. The guidelines also provide clarity on the roles and responsibilities of various stakeholders about 1. Implementation, 2. Procurement, 3. Monitoring, 4. Evaluation under the CDF. The 2021 guidelines, launched in February 2022, are divided into 8 parts. Part 1. Introduction. This sets out the background, objectives, and laws or policies the guidelines will be using. Part 2. Scope of the Constituency Development Fund. Sets out what will be covered and not covered by CDF. This part also introduces the compulsory procurement of a 4x4 CDF car. Part 3. Management of the Constituency Development Fund. This part sets out how and who will manage CDF, their roles, other stakeholders, and their roles, and the rules that will govern the people handling CDF. Part 4. Disbursement, payment, and banking arrangements. This sets out how or when CDF will be released and the rules of how CDF should be handled when it is released. Part 5. Utilization of the Constituency Development Fund. This explains how CDF will be used for each of the 3 components of CDF. It explains in greater detail how to access the funds for each component and how those funds should be released and under what conditions. Part 6. Accountability of the Constituency Development Fund. This puts in place procedures that will ensure that CDF money is used for its intended purpose. Part 7. Procurement arrangements. This sets the rules and procedures of how CDF goods, services, or works will be acquired. Part 8. Monitoring and evaluation. The final part sets how CDF activities will be monitored and evaluated to ensure that they are delivering on their promises. The guidelines end with all the forms required, among other things, to apply for the several components provided under the CDF guidelines. Through CDF, local communities can be the architects of their local development agenda through the statutory power given to them in the identification and prioritization of projects that meet their felt needs. CDF is a template for the much-needed and long-awaited full decentralization of public resources management from the central government to sub-national and local governance structures.